Hi, I'm John Sullivan with 401k Specialist from the floor of the Fi360 Conference here in Nashville, and I'm with a man who really needs no introduction, but I'm going to do so anyway, Dr. Zvi Bodie. And Dr. Bodie, we were talking a little bit about I-bonds. What are they and why should we care?
I-bonds, Series I savings bonds, are America's best kept secret, and
America's best kept secret?
Well,
That's wow, okay.
So few people know about them who should know about them.
Yeah.
Because they are something that every American should have as part of his portfolio. I'll explain why.
Please.
They are obligations of the U.S. Treasury, so full, no risk of default, or virtually no risk of default. They're 30-year maturity, and when you buy them, there is a fixed real rate of interest. Currently, it's 0.5%, but you earn more than that. You earn that plus the rate of inflation.
Okay.
And they adjust the rate of inflation in the Consumer Price Index every 6 months.
Okay.
So at the end of 30 years, what you would be getting if you bought those bonds now is 0.5% per year compounded plus the rate of inflation.
CPI, okay.
So it's the perfect hedge against inflation risk. And what you hear advisors and everybody else saying is, gee, the only way to hedge against inflation is to buy stocks. And I say, no.
Right.
If you think that, it's like going from the frying pan into the fire, because stock market risk, if you don't want risk, stock market risk is greater than inflation risk, at least in the United States. So here you have an instrument. Now it's limited. It's really of greatest benefit to people in modest income levels. You're limited to $10,000 per year that you can buy. Now the nice features about it is you don't pay any taxes on the interest earnings until you cash the bonds.
Okay.
So you don't have to hold it in a retirement account where there are all sorts of penalties if you take the money out early. So let's say you want to have a reserve of savings in case you lose your job. This is the perfect thing.
And that's what I was going to ask. How should they be used within the
That's
portfolio?
how they should be used.
Okay.
Because what do people now do to have a reserve? They keep it in a savings account. They're earning right now a lower interest rate. And taxable. The interest is taxable. So it's a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned.
And you're all in. You were saying you're buying them for your grandkids.
Not only that, but I say the following. Suppose you're trying to choose a financial planner. How are you going to tell whether the financial planner, A, is really knowledgeable, and B, is going to put your interests ahead of his own? Well, here's the test. You interview the planner, the candidate, and you say, what do you think of I-bonds?
There you go. It's a litmus test.
It's a litmus test.
That's great,
Suppose that the advisor says, what are I-bonds? Well, you don't want that advisor.
No.
Or he'll say, no, don't, I-bonds, no.
Throw it in a variable annuity instead.
Exactly.
So,
there you go.
Absolutely. That's exactly what we needed. Zvi Bodie, thanks so much for joining us. Do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Once again, I'm John Sullivan with 401k Specialist.